This is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today we are going to do an unboxing for this oracle deck called the Spirit Animal Oracle. Is from Colette Baron Reed, and I am so excited. I got this deck a while ago. I just haven't had a chance to do the unboxing for it, and there was so many news going about. I couldn't get the chance to do it last week, so this is the unboxing this time around. Now, this deck, it was part of a combo that I got on Amazon, and I forgot the bundle, what came with what. So it has the QR code. I'm going to try to salvage it to use as a later date so I can download. And if that doesn't work, it looks like there's a QR code right here on the deck itself, on the box itself, just in case. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's do this. I am excited. I usually don't have a lot of oracles, but again, too cheap to pass out. Again, pretty basic, nothing to it, you know. So let me see if I can get something similar. Maybe not. I'm trying to see if I can give you a comparison, but it doesn't look like to have anything handy right now. Because oracles tend to have a different size, but I am going to use my Simplicity Tarot because it's as close to what I have. And if you can see, the Simplicity Tarot deck is, you know, bigger in centimeters, but yeah, in length and in centimeters. So that gives you an idea a little bit, right? So that's the back. Very kind of remind me of one of the chakras. Just couldn't remember which one for the back. And then that's 68. I guess that's the last one on deck. So let's start with number 1. Right. So far that's an interesting theme. Pretty earthy, right? First card is Ant Spirit. Time to collaborate. Okay. I like this, fitting pieces of a puzzle together to make the big picture. So collaboration, or, you know, having a bigger vision kind of thing, right? That's pretty cool. Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So you see, moving fast, like things are moving faster, things are changing, so that can go. So I like the fact that the explanations are already there, so you don't really need the booklet to do a reading. So okay, 3, Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. I don't know if you're able to see it properly, but that's pretty cool. So the armadillo, if you guys don't know, it has a hard shell that protects it, so that, you know, anything from outside does not penetrate. So in a way, that's a fitting card for boundaries. And I think a lot of people, especially people who are light workers or sensitive or agreeable, tend to have problem with that, me included. Badger Spirit, number 4, be fearless and bold. So the badger, if you guys have done research about it. Pretty fearless animal, very cunning, very they're very good at being perseverant. They persevere a lot. They don't give up. They're pretty like get go attitude kind of thing. And a lot of people have compared Mr. T to being a badger. So that's that's pretty cool. Bat spirit, a rebirth is insured. Okay, that's an interesting uh, way. Usually the bat is saying things from a different perspective, and also have able to have insight that's not normally known or seen at this moment. So it's because they're able to see in the dark, or they use a sonar type of technology. So seeing things differently, that's how I would interpret it. But I curious about what the booklet says. Okay, beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. So if you guys remember, the beavers, they naturally create dams around a body of waters, and that's where they lay their nests, or if I remember right, because I think they're mammals. I may be wrong, but laying a solid foundation, so their stuffs tend to be pretty strong. So that's pretty cool. And water deals with emotions too, so that's interesting. Bee spirit, sweet results await. So that's interesting. So bees are working tirelessly, and it's also about, sometimes you have to wait for the honey to come true from, because of the bees. They take a while, I guess, to make that occur. So I guess maybe some patience will be involved, right? Okay. So okay, that's pretty cool. Again, I like the I don't know if the camera is showing it well. It's a little bit, there's very earthy feel to this deck. Bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. Hmm. Mystery, secrecy. Okay, that thing goes. That's pretty interesting, right? Brown bear spirit, take time out. So I guess that makes sense, because the bear tends to hibernate during the winter time so they can conserve their energy and so forth. So that kind of makes sense that the brown bear will show up if you need time to vacation or take out or meditate or so forth. Okay. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. So I guess that it's reference to the native Indians, that they use the buffalo for a lot of their survival. When they would kill, hunt, and the buffalo, they would use the meat to feed the tribe. And then its skin will be used for oh, sorry. So his skin will be used for shelter and to keep warm, or to create article of garments, all of that. So every part of the animal was recycled, was used. It was not discarded. It was not wasted. And because of that, uh, you know, that kind of makes sense to, that one item can provide so much. And I think that reflects Mother Nature. If you use wisely, you will get a lot of usage from one thing, right? Okay, butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. So it's really universal, right? Canary spirit, sing your own song. So that makes sense. Finding your voice, being able to voice your opinion, and being afraid. So, okay, I like this. I really like this. Cat spirit, claim your independence. So apropos. I have a cat, thoroughly independent. She does her own thing. Her name is Joy. So yeah, I like the fact that it's the cat that represents independence, and that's a very nice looking deck card. I like the wings and the it's pretty nice. Chameleon spirit, cool. It makes sense. Act as if. So I think that, what comes to mind is that saying, fake it till you make it. So I think that's one of those you could apply for it too. I like the color. It's pretty nice. So it's this deck is pretty. It's not really glossy. It's kind of semi, but more mated. I mean the card itself is pretty soft. It's something that you have to handle with care. I don't think it's something that you could beat up every day. It's something that you wouldn't have to be, be careful because you don't want to tear out the cards. But it's a beautiful deck. Cow spirit, the miracles are endless. Well, I think this a lot can apply because cow represents fertility. I know in certain country like India is a sacred animal. A cow can also represent abundance, fertility. It can be about, because with the cow you get milk out of this protein. For a lot of people now around the world, it could be like a source of nourishment for others. I mean, so yeah, we can go all around with this. Cool, pretty cool. Coyote spirit. Huh, this is such an interesting way of saying it. Trust in divine detour. Usually the coyote can be cunning, but I found it interesting that trust in divine detour. Sometimes, unexpected turns will come about and it's not linear, your progression. So that's so interesting. I wonder, I have to look at the booklet to see what else it says, but this is a pretty cool, pretty interesting take on it. So crow spirit, co-create with spirit. That makes sense because the crow or the raven, they're able to pierce through the veil and go back and forth between the spiritual and reality. Apparent, that's the assumption. And co-create with spirit. So that kind of sort of makes sense here. And they're considered messengers as well. So the fact that they co-create the spirit makes sense. Dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. So yeah, these animals are, well, if they're not eating your plants, but they are usually pretty gentle, pretty skittish. So that kind of makes sense. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. So this is so apropos. They are loyal. They are offer unconditional love. They are stand by your side type of thing. So that's pretty cool. Okay, 20. Dolphin spirit. This and that are true. So I guess it's probably different ways of looking at it. You can look at the fact that, well, the dolphin is pretty intelligent. It's pretty communicative. So it's about maybe communicating properly. I wonder what the booklet is saying, but that's how I would interpret it. Or if you look at it, maybe that says that, oh, you are on the right track. You are, if you ask a question and say, well, is this training going to be helpful to my career? And then if this happened, this and that, or true, meaning that maybe you're on the right track. That's how I'm going to interpret this. Dove spirit, be peace. So I'm guessing that's another way of saying be at peace with yourself, find your center kind of thing. Okay, be hopeful. I think there's probably different ways of. So I guess a lot of it will have to do with your intuition and what those symbols represent for you, and obviously you can use the booklet. Dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. Huh. That is so true. The truth takes a while, but when it comes in, it's really in your face, and there's nothing the illusion can do about it. It just crumbles, and I think we've seen that in the last few days, right? What's going on in the news? Eagle spirit as your back. So eagle also represent, well, besides being an air sign, its eyesight is pretty good, being able to see clearly, right? Spirit has your back. I like that. The fact that if you believe that there's a spirit guide, that everybody has that the universe is with you, wants you to succeed. And so far, every time that I've read, it looks like the universe does want us to succeed and want us to evolve and want us to be happy and all that. Okay. Electric eel spirit. Bring your idea to life. Now that's just so cool because the eel is electric. And not being afraid to let that inspiration soar. That's how I'm gonna look at this. To manifest your ideas. It's pretty cool because it's all about energy, vibration. Again, if you've been following, there's a pattern of vibration and intention that's what seems to be governing this universe. And I think a lot of people are awakening to this truth. Elephant spirit, learn from your past. So that's pretty cool. I mean, the elephant never forgets. So that makes sense about learning from your past and either to let it go or you need to get it out the way so you can move on. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. That makes sense because they are transitionary animal. There used to be a lot of those in Haiti and then they disappeared because of climate change, sadly. Embrace the in-between. That is so cool because for me, the way I look at it is if you're in between jobs or in between relationships, sometimes it's okay to enjoy the quiet time before you move on to the next. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to meditate. It's okay to be at peace with that in-between moment and not rush anything. Just kind of be in the moment. And I guess that's what this card means to me. And I wonder what it means to you. I'm curious to see what's in the comment. Fox spirit, think of your feet. So the fox can be very cunning and in mythology, and it's kind of sort of makes sense. Think on your feet. Be able to be witty, quick wit, and basically use your wit about yourself to be able to get what you want, do what you need to do. So it's not necessarily wrong, but it's about maybe being persuasive. I guess that's how I'm going to look at it. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. You know, every time I see a frog, it's deep transformation for me. I'm telling you. I wonder what that means for you. Clear out the clutter. So that kind of makes sense. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Pretty cool. See the big picture, not being too boggled with the details. Able to get out of that funk so you can see what's really happening up and above. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. So the grasshopper is also about, you know, somebody who's new to the game. A student of sort. So, and it kind of makes sense. You have to take a leap of faith to learn that new skill, that new investment, or that whatever new. So there is a certain amount of faith that needs to go in order for you to take that risk or to start that new beginning. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. So that makes sense because every time we see groundhog, it's about letting go of the winter so the new beginning can come. Okay. Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. So we're seeing that spirit theme again, and I think that's Hawk also see pretty clearly. So that kind of makes sense that the hawk represents the spirit because the spirit are able to see clearly way more than us and be able to offer guidance. Okay. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Pretty cool because horse represent movement back in those days when there were no vehicle. Okay. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. So I guess it's more about being in the present, being in the now, enjoying the little moments. So Cool beans. It's a beautiful card. I like this. Koala spirit. Spirit as a plan. Okay. That's a lot of spirit team here that I'm saying. So again, this is going to give you some good insight. If you are asking for spiritual help and you need guidance, koi fish spirit, there is always enough. So koi is about fertility in some culture and communication, abundance. So I guess it's alluding to that there is always enough, that you are enough. There's, in that keeping. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Okay, so maybe it could be about being gracious, being kind, being the bigger person, if it's possible. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look at the booklet for that one, but that's pretty cool. Dream the world into being. Okay, cool. Moth spirit, surrender now. So kind of makes sense because the moth always surrender to the flame. It's like cannot even resist it, not even trying. I mean, the temptation is just like strong, hypnotic, right? So yeah, sometimes you just kind of have to just go with the flow, right? Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. So sometimes you just have to address the little details to get you where you need to be, and that kind of makes sense. It's the little things that are big things. I guess that's what I was trying to say. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. That is so cute. Love is all around, and I think it's a good reminder. Otter spirit, you are never alone. So we're saying, so the otter, they like water. They're pretty like herd animal, if I remember, and they cannot be. You cannot have one. It cannot be one. It has to be a pack or a group of them. They do well with each other, with together, like a group. So that makes sense. You're never alone. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. So that's kind of makes sense because they see clearly, and it's also about wisdom, insight, higher education. So yeah. Panther spirit, reclaim your power. So we all have inner power, and sometimes we just have to step out in the world and claim what is yours. Claim your spot in the world, kind of thing, right? Parrot spirit, watch your words. Ha ha ha. That is true. The parrot have a tendency of repeating sometimes crap from other people, or things that we don't even research or we don't even know, that we're not even sure about. So before we repeat something else, make sure we know what we're talking about. So we should watch our word. That is good advice all around. Peacock spirit, let it shine. Oh, sometimes you have to show your feathers. Oh, that is so cool. Love this color. Let it shine. Yes. Strut it. Be fierce. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. So that kind of makes sense because it's been um, found and documented that pigs are very intelligent creatures. So use your mind wisely. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Nice little deck. Porcupine spirit. So porcupine, time for beginner mind. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to have to refer to the booklet for that one. But I do understand the sentiment, time for beginner mind. Sometimes you have to shed whatever crap you learn and start anew. Okay. Rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. Okay. rabbit foot. I guess that makes sense. And also it can represent fertility as well, depending on where you want to go with this. Rhino's spirit, overcoming your obstacle. So they tend to be very strong, very fast, and usually other animals in the jungle, they don't really mess with those rhinos because they tend to be, once they're in you're in their paths, that's it for you. So overcoming any obstacle, basically, persevere, push on, push through. I'm okay with that. That kind of makes sense. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you have to be playful and not take life too seriously sometimes. Scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. So they use, during Egyptian time, they use the scarab a lot. So I'm curious to see what the booklet has to say about this, but still pretty cool. Pretty cool. Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Okay, pretty cool. Skunk spirit, know your worth. I like this because you smell the only thing doesn't mean that you're any less valued or any less appreciated. So everybody know your worth. That is, I like this. This is a nice. This is kind. Snake spirit, time to heal. Well, the snake has the ability of shedding its skin to renew itself. So I think that's probably where they're going with this. Time to heal, and that's how they're renewed. So okay, that kind of makes sense. Spider spirit, make your dream real. So I think probably have alluding with the oh my god, what's the name of that thing? I cannot remember. I cannot believe I'm having a senior moment. Dreamcatcher, yes. Oh my goodness, took me a while. Dreamcatcher, I think it's alluding to the Dreamcatcher. So the Dreamcatcher is a Native American I'm not saying a device, but it looks like a decoration, but it's not. It's basically a dream catcher. It catches bad dreams, and I think that it looked like the dream catcher kind of looks like a web, and I think that was the idea, to create that web so to capture any bad dreams, so people when they sleep at night they can sleep in peace. And make your dream real is that once you filter out those bad dreams, you can focus on the good dreams and be able to make them real. At least that's how I'm looking at it. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Okay, okay, that's pretty cool. Stag spirit, take the lead. So yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. So yeah, when that makes sense, because when you look at those starfish, it looks full of wonders. You know, it's so I can understand that it opens you to different possibilities. What is this? What is it from? Where? How does it operate? All that. So sometimes the wonder of nature, it makes you open yourself to different possibilities, that you're not restricted in that particular box. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. Cool. Beautiful deck. Beautiful. Picture. All of them were pretty cool. I like the earthiness of it. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Well, I don't know. I don't think the turkey would appreciate it, but sure, let's go with that. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. That's true, but a sea turtle tends to be pretty fast. So in water, on land, not so much. But okay, I'm with that. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. So yeah, it's about recycling. Even if something is dead, that spirit lives on and transforms somebody else. So nothing is wasted, and I think we've seen that in what, law of Newton. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost, everything is, I may be wrong on this one, but quote me please on the comment the correct info. Wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. Okay, that's a very nice, and the fact that it stings, I guess, I think they're trying to demonstrate that stings a bit, a little, maybe it's part of mindset and perspective. So I guess the universe or the card is trying to say that it's never a big deal. Nothing is a big deal. It's your mindset that makes it a big deal. Everything. Okay, I guess that's another way of looking at it. Well, spirit, trust the great mystery. Cool. I'm okay with that. White raven spirit, trust in the magic. Oh, sorry about that. My dog, Bino, got a burst of barking, but I'm gonna try to make it quick. I think that's my cue. It's time to go. White raven spirit, trust in the magic. I'm guessing white ravens are probably rare, so that kind of makes sense. That is a magical phenomena. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. So the wolf can be seen as wise, especially if you do research about how their pack operate. It's pretty interesting. Turn knowledge into wisdom. That's pretty cool. I have learned from the wolf spirit, or from wolves, the pack, the leader, always in the back to make sure that nobody gets left behind. The enforcers, the beta are up front, the young and the females are in the middle, the enforcers are like a different locations to make sure everything is okay, everybody stays, and then the leader stays behind. And then that's how they make sure that everybody stays together. I thought that was interesting knowledge. So I'm guessing that kind of sort of makes sense, right? Wombat spirit. Wombat spirit, be at home. So I guess maybe be at home in the sense of being comfortable in your skin, be comfortable with being alone, be comfortable in your sanctuary. I guess it can go all over the place with that one. Interested what the booklet have to say. But ooh, that's a lot of cards for Oracle. That's why Colette Baron Reed is pretty cool. It's a very nice deck. It has a lot of information. I think it would be nice, especially if you're new to divination or card reading and you want something to dip your toe. You don't want too much, but something to, you know, to get acquainted with. I think that would be a nice deck to have to start with. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cute. And I think you don't really need the booklet. I think you can just like get acquainted with the cards, and I think the information will jump at you if you give it a chance to chat and get to know you. And overall, I love this. Am I going to use it? Yeah, I am. Often? Not really. But I will use it. And I hope you guys will check it out if that's your thing. I am curious to see or read your comment about it. Is that something that would interest you or you would contemplate? Feel free to comment below. And again, thank you for for sticking with me to the end of this video. That was a lot of cards for Oracle card. Usually they don't really go as long. Usually a typical Oracle deck is between like 30, either 30 or in 40 or 50 the most. Anything more than that is incredible bonus. So I'm surprised that this deck went to the clearance bin. I am amazed. That's a lot of value. That's a lot of information. It's pretty cool. It's all encompassing. Great again if you're a new beginner and you want to try oracles. I think that's a nice one to go with. Love it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, and you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.